Sports Orbit, reaching from Leadership TV. My name is Afa Acho, and on today's episode of the program, as usual, we have so many interesting and exciting stories for you on this edition of the program. But first, we'll begin from the home front, as we always do, and talking about the NPFL, where the chairman of the Nigerian Professional Football League Interim Management Committee, that's talking about Honorable Benga Elegbele, has made it clear that the main concern of the committee ahead of the new season kicking off January 8th is the welfare of players. He said IMC's vision is to see the players in a well situation that will see them remain at home instead of rushing to play in obscure countries. He also said that the league body would ensure a violence-free atmosphere at all venues where the safety of fans and officiating officials will also be guaranteed. According to him, he said, "We are out to change the narrative of the league. Our main concern is focused in the welfare of the players. We want to see them earn well, good salary package while plying their trade at home. The era when the players ply their trade and earn peanut will soon end. The present salary, which is nothing to write home about, informs why they go to obscure countries. That has to stop in the next 1 or 2 seasons once we put the right structure in place." Continuing, he said, "And as I said, we are going to ensure all the league venues are safe and TV friendly because we are going to get the matches back on television." He added that the former DG of the defunct National Sports Commission, on the whole, are looking at the bigger picture in which every stakeholder involved in the league will also benefit. He said, "We have to make the league better and solid on all fronts." He also expressed confidence that the 2023 season will kick off as scheduled on January 8th, insisting that it is in the best interest of all the season to be an abridged league. Well, away from that now, but still onto the NPFL, where the Nigerian Football Federation has constituted its judicial and match officiating committees, which will be in place for the next 2 years. Heading the referees committee is former FIFA referee Mrs. Faith Irabor, with Malam Rabiu Umar, who act as the vice chairman, while the match commissioners committee is headed by member of the NFF board, Alhaji Babagana Kali. The vice chairman is Alhaji Ganiu Macheko Dumi, another member of the NFF board, while the disciplinary committee is headed by Barrister JBC Obikwelu, who is a former vice chairman of the Anambra State Football Association, while Barrister Gandhi Umar Mohammed is chairman of the Appeals Committee. The referees and match commissioners committee are scheduled to meet with the NFF leadership at the NFF Secretariat tomorrow, Thursday. That's talking about January 5th, in preparation for the 2022-2023 professional season, which has been scheduled to commence on the 8th of January 2022. So, as it stands, all is now set for full commencement of the NPFL with the setting up of the officiating committees. Well, quickly, a full list of the committees has Mrs. Faith Rabo as chairman, Malam Rabiu Omar vice chairman, while Oba James Odeniran is member, while Mr. Ibrahim Zakawi is also a member. Malam Waziri Furo Gawe is a member, while Mr. CC Chukwujeku is also a member. For the Match Commissioners Committee, we have Alhaji Baba Gana Kali, who is the chairman. Ganiu Macheko Dume is vice chairman, while Honorable Usman Malud is a member. Other members include Aminu Mamaga, Idris Abdullahi Duraya, Anthony Ugu is also a member. Otumba Mustafa Razak and Chief Kenneth Nwamocha is also a member. Now, for the other committees, the disciplinary committee has Barrister JBC Obikwelu, who will act or serve as a chairman, while Barrister Abdurrahman is the vice chairman. Other members are Ibrahim Mukhtar, Wole Ademoyegun, and Bello Galadi. For the appeals committee, we have Gandhi Umar as chairman, Barrister Martin Hussein Effiong vice chairman, Bemva Akotahab member, while Bueno Dauda is member, and Bukar Mwazu makes up a member and of the also of the appeal committee. So with the setting up of all these committees, we hope that the NPFL will start as scheduled on the 8th of January 2023. 2022. Now, to some athletic news where a former sprint sensation, that's Mary Onyali, has applauded Nigerian athletes and Minister of Sports Sunday Dare after the rankings released by the World Athletics Federation. The release had top 29 top athletes in the country in their top 100 list in their various disciplines. Onyali, who is also a special assistant to the sports minister, noted that this feat has never been achieved before in history, as she stressed that the policy of the Minister of Sport is working like magic to lift sports generally in the country. 15 of the athletes are ranked in the top 50 of their event, out of which 6 made it to the top 20. Reigning world 100 meters hurdles champion and record holder Toby Amuson is ranked first, while Esebrume ranked third in the long jump event. Both athletes won medals for Nigeria at the World Athletics Championship in Oregon and also at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, United Kingdom. Sprinter Favour Ofili, who made history as the first and only Nigerian athlete to run inside 23 seconds and 22 seconds over the 200 meters indoor and outdoor, is also on the list. Discus thrower Chioma Onyekwere, triple jumper Ruth Usora, and shot putter Chukwuebuka Enekochi complete the list of those ranked among the top 20 best. 5 Nigerian sprinters are ranked in the women's 100 meters category, and they are Rosemary Chukuma, who tops the list. Others are Grace Nwokocha, Ofili, Tima God Bless, and Ezina Abba. Favor Ashe leads 3 others in the men's 100 meters top 100 list. He's the reigning 100 meters champion. He's 25th, while reigning African Games King Raymond Ekevo is ranked 30th. Others are Sorishe Ishakiri and Alaba Akintola, who hold the 58 and 62 position respectively. For Udodi Onwuzurike, he's number 25, and Akintola are the two who made it 2 into the 200 meters, while national record setters Ezekiel Nathaniel, number 46, and China Cherem Prosper Nadi is number 40. Onyali, in a swift reaction, commended this feat, saying that it was the 3D policy, which stands for discipline, dedication, and determination of the minister, that was working for Nigeria. She said, "This is the best we have achieved in the rankings, and I believe it is a result of hard work and also our 3D effect. The Sunday Dye regime as sports minister is leaving behind a huge legacy in sports," Onyali said. Congratulations to the athletes who made it into the top 100. Let's now away from that onto some football. We're talking about the Serie A, where Belgium striker and Inter Milan and forward Romelu Lukaku has hailed Super Eagles forward Victor Osimhen ahead of his side's Inter Milan's clash with the league leaders Napoli following his impressive performance for Napoli. The Belgian believes the Nigerian international is the best striker and man of the moment. This, however, follows comments made recently by Italian football legend Francesco Totti, who played exclusively for AS Roma, also AC Milan and Juventus. Former striker Filippo Inzaghi, according to, we've stated that the strongest striker in Serie A is Osimhen, in my opinion. Inzaghi, on the other hand, agrees, adding that he attacks deep and keeps the ball. Osimhen is probably the best right now beyond Benzema, who, however, is less of an area center forward, and perhaps Giroud. The Super Eagles striker has undoubtedly proven deserving of the praise, scoring 9 goals in 11 domestic league matches and currently leading the Serie A scoreboard for the current Italian Serie A campaign season. In an interview with Sky Sports, Lukaku praised Napoli manager Spalletti for his efforts in molding the side. He says Spalletti has done a great job, we have to say. They have really strong players. I've been out and seen many of their games. Napoli are in a good moment. Osimhen scores many goals. Zielinski is well. Cavara on the left. Lozano or Politano on the right. Lukaku has singled out the former league star as a strong striker and the best in Serie A at the moment, ahead of Inter clash with his team. Well, the two teams are scheduled to meet later tonight, and it's expected that it shall be serious fireworks. Napoli are currently on top of the Serie A, and a win over former champions Inter Milan will help to solidify their position on the top of the table. Now, to some other football news, where President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau, has described as most shocking the death on Tuesday morning of the chairman of Abia State Football Association, Sir Ephraim Chukwuemeka, the respected former referee who happened to be the longest serving FA chairman in the country, died on Tuesday morning in Umuahia, capital of Abia State. In his statement made available, he said the NFF has this morning received the most shocking news about the death of Sir E.C. Chukwuemeka, who has for decades been an esteemed member of the NFF Congress. I spoke with him just a few weeks ago when he told me that his wife had a partial stroke. I had no idea it would be the last conversation between us. He represented the vintage old guard in the NFF Congress and blessed us all with his wisdom, deep knowledge, and understanding of the game of football, its rules, its management, and all the intricacies involved. We will miss him dearly. Our prayers that Almighty God should grant him eternal rest and also empower those he has left behind, including his immediate family. So it's sad one there for the NFF. The NFF seems to be in a mourning mood, and here on Sport Orbit, we joined the NFF to also say condolences to the family of Sir Chukwuemeka on this loss. Anyway, to some other news, some bit of transfer news where Premier League leaders Arsenal have made an improved offer for Shakhtar Donetsk winger Mikhailo Mudryk, who is understood to be worth up to £62 million, according to reports coming out from London today. Talks are continuing with the Ukrainian giants, eager to get more of a guaranteed fee upfront for the 21-year-old after initially rejecting Arsenal's opening offer of £35 million plus 17 million in add-ons. Arsenal remain in talks over a deal for Athletic Madrid's João Felix also, but the Spanish side's £13.12 million loan demand is more than twice what United are willing to pay for the Portugal forward. It is understood that Felix also wants around €5.3 million in wages over the remainder of the season, pushing the overall cost of the deal close to the £20 million mark. Arsenal and Chelsea will also need those figures to come down before proceeding further. Meanwhile, for Chelsea, they have also shown interest in Mudryk as part of their focus on young players. Mudryk will turn 22 on Thursday. That will be the same day Chelsea hosts Premier League champions Man City at Stamford Bridge. However, Arsenal remain the strong favourites to get the winger with Mikel Arteta's side keen to get more attacking options to aid their title push. Recently on New Year's Day, actually, Mudryk posted to Instagram that he was watching two great coaches, Arteta and his former Shakhtar Donetsk boss, Roberto Zidane, who is now managing Brighton. It has been viewed as another hint towards Mudryk's possible move to London. Meanwhile, Arsenal also faced Newcastle yesterday in an encounter that ended goalless at the Emirates. Well, to some other news, of course, yesterday it was revealed that Ronaldo's move to Saudi Arabia club Al Nassr included a clause that will see him make a move to Newcastle on loan should they qualify for the UEFA Champions League. But of course, a Newcastle coach has come out to say that those reports are completely fake and untrue. The Portugal captain has become football's highest paid player after agreeing a $75 million a year deal after mutually terminating his United contract following a series of disciplinary issues at the club. Well, the report also claimed incorrectly that Al Nassr are also owned by the PRF, that is the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund, but new sources at Newcastle dismissed the suggestion that the club has an option to sign Ronaldo if they qualify for the Champions League, while a source at Al Nassr told ESPN that the story is all fake. Al Nassr are due to play Al Ta'i at home on Thursday, but sources said that Ronaldo's debut is more likely to be in the away game against Riyadh rival Al Shabab on January 14th. Now, well, for Al Nassr and Newcastle, they have said those reports that had suggested that Ronaldo was likely to make a loan move to Newcastle should they qualify for the Champions League are completely false. And to some tennis news now, where world number one Novak Djokovic has kept up his winning streak in singles matches in Australia, beating Constant Lestienne of France 6-3, 6-2 yesterday in the first round of the Adelaide International. It was Djokovic's third straight yard singles victory on Australian soil in a streak that goes back to 2018. Tuesday's win was Djokovic's first in singles this season and keeps him on course for a semi-final match in Adelaide with seven-ranked Daniil Medvedev, the third seed who earlier beat Lorenzo Sonego of Italy 7-6, uh, 2 wonders in two straight sets when Sonego was forced to retire with a right arm injury. Djokovic's match was close at first, but he took control after breaking Lestienne to go up 4-2 in the first set. He won the first 4 games of the second set and took the match on his first match point. His last loss in Australia was in the fourth round of the 2018 Australian Open, and he will face either Jordan Thompson of Australia or Quentin Halys of France for a place in the quarter-finals. Some other tennis news also: Venezuela back to winning ways after beating 21-year-old American qualifier Katie Volinet in two straight sets, 7-6 and 6-2 in the first round at the ASB Classic for her first singles victory since Wimbledon in 2021. The seven-time major champion has been awarded a wildcard entry for the Australian Open. She ended a 9-match losing streak on the WTA Tour dating back 2 years. Her only singles victory in that time came at the Grand Slam level. So that's that for tennis. Now, before we leave, finally, we go to some matches in the EPL. Some matches went down in the Premier League yesterday. Of those matches, of course, we saw Arsenal, who could not extend their lead to 10 points after they were held to a 0-0 draw by Newcastle at the Emirates. For Everton, it was a defeat at home at Goodison Park to Brighton and Hove in that one. Leicester also not been firing on all cylinders as they lost 1-0 to Fulham at the King Power Stadium. For Manchester United, it was a 3-0 victory over Bournemouth, and with that victory, United has consolidated their hold on the top four as it stands. Well, some other matches will go down in the EPL today, and those matches will see Southampton hope Nottingham Forest later tonight. Leeds United will be at home to West Ham United, while Wolverhampton Wanderers will travel to Villa Park to meet Aston Villa. It's going to be a London derby as Crystal Palace welcomes Tottenham Hotspur in that match. So interesting matches to look out for in that one, and hopefully we'll all keep an eye on these matches, and tomorrow we'll give you an update. Quickly before you go, a quick look at the EPL table, where Arsenal are still on top of the table, while Manchester City are currently in second position. Newcastle at number third, while United are fourth. Though Newcastle are third, but they are currently on points, same points with United. The only difference is that Newcastle happen to have a better goal advantage than United as it stands. For Tottenham Hotspur, they are currently number 5. Liverpool are 6th. Fulham 7, Brighton and Hove 8, Brentford 9, while Chelsea make up the top 10. Well, looking at the bottom teams, Southampton not doing too well, haven't lost their last 5 matches. Wolverhampton currently lie at the number 19 position, while Nottingham Forest are also on the 18th position. Not good for these teams, if you ask me. Well, with this, we'll call it a day on today's edition of the program, more like an abbreviated version, but not to worry. Tomorrow we'll come back and give you a full package and a more interesting episode of the program. Until we come your way tomorrow with another exciting edition of this program, do stay safe out there. My name is Afracho, and it's bye-bye from here.